Welcome food travelers to another episode here in Vancouver, BC. In this episode, we're headed to a restaurant called Toedam Korean Fusion BBQ. This location is in Coquitlam, which is east of Vancouver, BC. It's located inside a strip mall parking lot type of situation here with plenty of parking space as you see in the video and right by H Mart. And it opens daily from 11:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m.
Yeah, Micah, this was an interesting spot, and we've gone to many Korean barbecue places and we really enjoy it. But some of the things that actually kind of drew us in for this place was kind of the duck set that they were offering, which was something that we don't see. I don't think we've ever seen actually, compared to all the other places we've gone to, including actually having barbecue when we were visiting South Korea, both in Seoul and Jeju Island. Also, there was also the soy marinated crab that kind of drew us as well. That looked really good and it was something that we really wanted to try. So those two dishes itself really brought us over here, and that's why we actually ended up coming here to try this place.
Yes, I mean, those two dishes are definitely different. I don't think I've ever had or even seen duck as an option in any of the restaurants that I looked at online. I'm really glad that this restaurant offers it and we were able to try this. So with the duck set, it does include roasted duck, strip loin, garlic beef, rib ringers, steamed egg with cheese, and bean paste soup, and 3 steamed rice. For this visit, we only were given 2 steamed rice, but they did say that if we wanted a third one, we could request for it. Another thing I did want to mention is these new tablet systems for ordering. I know it's a little bit different for some people. They're used to the menus and everything, but I really do enjoy having the tablets. I really think it's the future, and it just makes everything so much easier because it does have a picture. It also has an item description for every single item that they have, and it does have the pricing. And also that way you can just take your time and really look through the menu and choose what you want before you hit that order button. You don't have to wait for the server to come by and discuss with them what's actually included in each item.
Yeah, I agree there. It does make it a lot easier, and then you kind of have an idea, especially with the pictures, to kind of see everything and kind of go into the description and what's included ingredient wise. But here, as you can see in the video, we're over at the banchan and they gave us a good amount. Mike, I know there's places we've been to where we only get like maybe 4 of them and it's not very much, but in this case they gave you a good amount of banchan, so that was really nice to see. They're all really nice, the ingredients, everything looked nice and fresh, and when we ate it, it was really good. So I really enjoyed that, and it was a nice blend between like vegetables, salads, and some of the heavier banchan, so that was really nice to have.
Yeah, another thing I also wanted to mention was having these partitions. I think those were really nice to have. It kind of felt like you had your own booth setting, your own privacy. So when you're stuffing your mouth full of food, you don't have people walking in just watching you stuff your mouth full of food, so you can eat in your kind of like your comfort of your home type of feeling. I think that's a great option that they added in there in the restaurant.
Yeah, I agree, Mike, especially with the marinated crab. And as you'll kind of see, with the marinated crab, your crab is never easy to make it look really good eating. There's always something that kind of makes it look kind of sloppy. At least that's what I think. And so as you're kind of stuffing your face with crab and kind of digging through and getting all the meat and everything else inside there, or just working your way through the crab itself, it was actually really nice to have those partitions to kind of give you that privacy in between, and you're not just watching other people or yourself just kind of stuffing, trying to get pieces of crab meat out of a crab and getting all that mess everywhere.
Yeah, and also I also wanted to mention with the crab, it does include one plastic glove, so you can eat with ease, because the soy marinated crab is pretty sticky, and I can't imagine just eating that without the glove itself.
Yeah, that's really nice. That's something that generally you can find a lot in Korean restaurants. Just having that little extra gloveware. There's another place we went to, a seafood barbecue place in Los Angeles, and in this case it was charcoal, fire charcoal grilled, and they get the seafood, and they actually give you protective gloves so you can actually hold the seafood as it's really hot and it won't burn your hands. In this case, it protects your hand from getting, like you mentioned, super sticky, because the sugar and the soy sauce that's marinating the crab is actually quite sticky. So if you were using your hand and fingers, after a little bit, you'd find out that it start to kind of stick together as all the sauce would be on your hands.
Yeah, I really did enjoy this soy sauce marinated blue crab. I felt like it was a pretty good size with a lot of meat. The sweetness from the roe and the crab butter with just the combination of it with the sweet brininess. It was very soft and jelly texture like. So to me, it felt like I was eating one of those jellos where you're just taking the top off and you're just like squeezing it into your mouth. So it's really easy to eat. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was really nice. It kind of reminded me a little bit of kind of a softer blood cake. Flavor-wise, definitely very different, but texturally, that's kind of what it reminded me of. But very delicious. Definitely, I enjoyed that dish as well. And then as you can see here on the meat platter, it was beautifully presented. It came on this little platter with all the meats kind of laid out kind of beautifully. One of the things I thought was really nice was that the server came in and they actually had a suggestion of how to cook the meats. And so essentially it was in a circle, starting from the rib meat up above and moving down to the duck meat and then to the other steak meats. And it was really nice that they made this suggestion to kind of say this is how we think it's best to kind of grill. So with all the different flavors and textures coming from the different meats, you kind of enhance kind of the flavors that you're getting as you're going through and grilling everything and having the grilled meats that you're eating.
Yeah, it was definitely great that she came in and told us which ones to start from, and yeah, because every single meat is marinated differently. Some of them was heavily marinated, especially like with the garlic beef. There, you definitely want to cook that one towards the last because you don't want all the flavors to kind of interfere with the higher end meats there.
Yeah, and so it was really nice. For the first meat that we grilled, the rib meat, it was actually really nice. You can see it has a really nice marbling to it, and so it doesn't take that long. Usually with Korean barbecue, it's thinner slices, and so everything is pretty quick. So definitely you want to watch what you're doing, because if you overcook the meat, especially with this one, it would be kind of a shame because you have beautiful marbling, and if you overcook it, you're just going to make it really tough, and you kind of melt away all that really nice marbled fat. But of course, now you got to cook it to what your preference is, and for us, we definitely like a medium rare, and so we try to keep it there. And then with the duck, that was something a little different. So you kind of have to really pay attention, especially if you've never kind of grilled duck before, because especially with the way it was sliced, it's very thin, so it cooks up really fast. And if you didn't really look at the duck, you could definitely overcook it and get it a little more tougher than what you probably want.
Yeah, eating the roasted duck on the Korean way of cooking and having it so thin is definitely very different from what we're normally used to. So we always order duck or duck breast whenever we go to a French restaurant. So it was nice to see that they had this option and that it was so thin. I mean, like Simon said, it cooks really fast. Originally, when I was watching him cook, I'm like, oh, I was kind of wondering, oh, do we need to cook it longer because it's not beef. It might need longer time. And Simon's like, no, it's so thin, it's done.
Yeah, and at the time, something you kind of want to do is just put a few on at a time. So definitely don't like just load it, unless you're with the large group and you have a lot of people there that can kind of go through and get all the pieces right away. Especially with just the two of us, you definitely want to put on just a few pieces here and there, maybe 3 pieces each, and then have those cook up, and then eat those, and then put another set down to cook. But as you can see, we went through the whole set and we were onto the little steak section. In this case, it was really interesting because they did the slices for you to kind of cut everything through. We did go through additional slices to kind of cut into more kind of bite-sized pieces. But actually, this is the first time I've actually seen them go in and slice each of these little subsections for the steak like that.
Yeah, you make a good point there, Simon. Having it pre-sliced, essentially. I think that was great, because I mean, I don't know, if you've never been to a Korean restaurant, just so you know, there's no fork and knife, so all you're giving is are tongs and scissors. So it's nice that it's already pre-cut. So if you're making a smaller piece, so it's more bite-sized, it's a lot more convenient. I appreciate that for them.
It did, I noticed, make it kind of easier to cut through certain things. I mean, you have the scissors there, which of course already makes it easy to cut, and that's something kind of more standard with, especially Korean barbecue, where it's a utensil that you'll always get pretty much when you're barbecuing, just so you can get things to the size that you prefer, and to kind of caramelize or get some kind of more of the burnt edges around some certain meats that are much larger. But overall, it was nice to have the variety of meats. It kind of, you were able to kind of change through different meat palettes, I guess you can say, and kind of address different textures within the meats itself too. So definitely this set, I definitely recommend this set. It's really nice. It's definitely different from all the other places, especially if you're also adding like a pork belly. And so, it's just different, and that's one of the things that I actually really do enjoy. I like the fact that a lot of more restaurants are kind of pushing the boundaries, so to speak, just to kind of give you different experiences and different things to try within a setting that you're kind of familiar with, and in this case, KBBQ.
Yeah, I totally agree there, Simon. Something different that I appreciate with different restaurants are offering now is with this one they are offering duck. In the restaurant that we went to in LA, that one offered seafood, Korean barbecue style over charcoal. That was also really nice. I would like to see more restaurants in this Pacific Northwest area offering all these different varieties. So overall, I really did enjoy this restaurant. I would recommend it, and I will also definitely come back here.
Wrap up this episode is our notables. For Toedam Korean Barbecue, the marinated crab was absolutely delicious. Marinated in soy sauce, garlic, and spices and other herbs, the sweet and savory combination, along with the slurpability of eating the crab, is a different take on eating crab compared to what we're used to in the West. A dish crab lovers will definitely enjoy. It's a light and tasty texture, balancing wonderfully with the heavier meats of Korean barbecue. So if you're visiting Toedam for your KBBQ fix, don't forget to add the marinated crab as part of your order.
And to support our channel, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the YouTube algorithm. And for more photos, follow us on Instagram. See you guys on the next episode.